Oh my goodness, boys and girls of the World Wide Web of Facebook Street, especially where I've been concentrating my efforts. Yes, I found one fish jumping, and I'm going to leave my bait sit there until I catch it. Yes, I'm very patient and a very good hunter. Mm. You know, the worst thing in the morning is a bad cup of coffee. That's the worst thing in the morning. Bad cup of coffee. Starts your whole day. Second worst thing in the morning? Two bad cups of coffee. That's right. So far, my coffee snobbery, I prefer Folgers. Yes, I do. I don't know why, particularly. There could be some methodological research done that implanted the idea in my head that it was my favorite, say by the coloration of the container, for instance. Yeah. Anyway, got some very special things. I love treasure hunting and I love giving gifts. Yes, I do. I have many, many gifts for those who are out there seeking. Yes, I do. Um, First one is perspective. That's right. In order to win at the game of life and not be beat down, you have to have an opportunity to choose a perspective. So you have to create that opportunity yourself by stopping in a situation and addressing it. Say getting up in the very beginning of the day, for instance, you've got to remind yourself you're a treasure hunter. That's right. Every one of your goals, hopefully you have a goal in life with something. Sometimes start very simple and work your way up. But if you have a goal, that's a treasure. That's something that you need. You know, simply love and affection, for instance, camaraderie, friendship is a treasure. It is. And today is a gift. And that's why they call it the present. And this is my special set of messages to everybody out there in life that needs support, that needs lifting up, that needs to know that people out there do care. There is somebody out there that cares what's going on with you, and they're working very hard at something that may seem like it has nothing to do with you, but it has everything to do with you, and everything to do with your tomorrow, and everything to do with your children and their children. And for instance, I want to send a big hats off salute out to one of our big crew members out there, Sherry Tracy. We have a situation. Sherry Tracy is a very dear friend, very dear crew member on the SS Blues Langus with crazy old Captain Mad Zack. And she is dealing right now, found out that she has the COVID. Yes, she does. And she's very ill and very uncomfortable. And on top of it, their daughter has it too. So they're confined together, they're sharing, they're cohabitating and dealing with that together. But their keystone is also ill. Her husband, my friend Tracy. So that's 3 strikes there. And the batter's got to hit a ball here soon. Luckily we're not playing baseball because so we'd be done. The other team would be up to bat. Anyway, I'm doing everything I can to support everybody out there. Yeah. So let's get back to treasure hunting. We're all treasure hunting in life. Everything I have on is a treasure. This little treasure is a fleur de lis. There's a lot of meaning behind the symbolism, which we discussed earlier in a previous program. Behind the fleur de lis, it's a very special item to have. This was a gift given to me by a very dear friend, a girlfriend. That I have. This is a treasure I found at a yard sale, ship steerage, red, white, and blue. All part of the manifestation, the creation behind the mythical doors of existence in my life. It has brought me here today with this SS Blues Langus thing, which is my genre of music, because I make love to the music and the people that I share it with. What are you chewing? I hear you chewing. Yes, you have something. Riley, our mascot, is chewing something. I have to wave at Sherry. But anyway, I have a treasure. This right here is an echo harp. I bought this particular Echo harp. This is made in Germany. Here's a picture of the German motherland. I have German heritage. Inside the box is a lovely harmonica. Yes, it's an Echo harp from Germany. I was at an antique store yesterday, and this very harp they had in a box for $175. I got mine for $5 at a yard sale. That's right, yard sales are very magical. Absolutely beautiful voice on this harmonica. I just love her. Yes, it's one of my collections, one of my treasures. It's very special. I also robbed corporate America. Yeah, the ones that have been taking advantage of all the Latino laborers around here roofing our houses. I did intercept the stagecoach and I robbed it. I did. And I got the pay that they didn't give them. Right here. I do. Right there. I'm saving it for the next time I see them because I want them to have everything that they were supposed to get to begin with. Oh, man. Everybody's getting shorted in life, including me. I used to be 6'2". Now I'm down to 5'11", which does make my members look just a little larger. Yeah. You got to think positive. You're a treasure hunter. Yes. You have to find the humor always. For instance, this is a recreation of the Magic 8 Ball, which this is a huge story right here. First of all, this is an example made in Shenzhen, China. This is an example of a guy who invented a mousetrap. And somebody else said, hey, I want to invent the mousetrap. I wanted to invent the mousetrap. I'm going to invent a better mousetrap. So he invents the same mousetrap, changed it a little bit, made the board a different shape. Well, he stole the idea, and somehow through the passing of laws and bills, they manipulated things so that they could all adulterate and steal other people's intellectual property by changing it just a little bit. Originally, this was the Magic 8 Ball. Well, essentially, all this is, this is what you give a child that doesn't have a parent. There's my lovely daughter, my very intelligent daughter, Scarlett Polk. She's an aspiring, wants to be a cake decorator. Talk about a positive job to have. Nobody orders a cake out of hatred. No, they don't. But this is a toy. This is what you give to a child when you can't be there because you're enslaved to corporate America with the little carrot and stick out in front of you saying, here's the benefits. Yeah, here's the bonefits, I like to call them, because all you get stuck in the rear and they dangle the benefits out there. Oh, and then when they tell you you can have the benefits, then you realize you got to kick down money too, and you still can't afford it. Yeah, well, anyway, Mad Zack's got a Magic 8 Ball tattooed on his scrotum. That's right, it's a nice tight pit bull scrotum. I looked at it this morning, every morning. Yeah, just to remind myself that I'm in a fight here. Yeah, I didn't ask you shit, so don't tell me to. Yeah, no doubt about it, the orb says. Anyway, yeah, so this is what you give your child when you can't be there to be in the child's life. Okay, that's what toys are. In the olden days, before industrial America took over and figured out how to harness the horsepower of the people to generate revenue, which for a lot of reasons, a lot of good reasons, okay? We built our military out of that, okay? We built our libraries out of that, okay? Now keep in mind, every time you create something, just like in a Super Friends cartoon, every time you create something powerful, there's a powerful thing, and you can use it for good, or you can manipulate and use it for bad. And that goes with anything. A tomato out of your garden, for instance, makes a lovely pasta, salsa, whatever. Or you could throw it at somebody. Yeah, like somebody out there criticizing me right now, which I love. I've been criticized all my life. I have been trained especially for this very task in this moment in my existential placement on this plane of existence, on this earth, as it's known now. See, you got to understand, there's two worlds. There's the world run by men, okay? And there's all shareholders involved in that, okay? Someone does own the world. Oh, absolutely. We're going to prove that with Mad Zack's little Scooby Doo mystery. And I'll guarantee you, somebody tries to retaliate in my life. Scarlett, pay very close attention, and I hope you review back to the opening of the letter. It all starts with the opening of the letter, and Mad Zack daring to be the one to ask the dangerous questions. Yes, when the cops came in, when politics came in, they'll have come into school without our parents knowing. Scarlett, did the police come? Well, the police didn't need to at that time. This was part of the experience with the 70s babies, a little experiment. The survey all ties back to Nielsen's media group. This is huge. This is very, very huge. This is the iceberg that the country's been running into all the time on every level. Every problem out there all revolves around this. This is the pinnacle, what I have tapped into. It's huge. Anyway, these guys just ripped off the idea. It's the orb, okay? Now, when you write a song, for instance, after so many years, it can become public domain. Okay, this is happening in literature right now. There's books out there. The Great Gatsby, for instance, has now become into the world of public domain. So anyone can go out there and make an audiobook, for instance, which I already did a show of that. Scarlett, I really need you to join the Mad Zack fan club and go back. There's things on there that I don't share with anybody but the group. Yes, very special things. Anyway, let's get on with something I want to share with you right now this morning on Sunday, the day of the Lord. Yeah. So, this is from psywww.com/PSY_RILIGRESEARCH.htm. This is Nielsen's, Nielsen's Psychology of Religion, okay? This is paramount. Every frickin' Bible thumper, wake your ass up right now. If you know somebody who believes in God, or you want to believe in God, or you want to believe in the good thing, or you want to believe in the good life, you want to be an American, you want to be a patriot, get your ass up the gangbang plank and on a deck of my ship right now for this address. This is serious. I've got nothing to lose. All my kids are not a part of my life. My oldest daughter hates me and despises me, and I refuse to offer an apology for shit. Research in psychology, I have to do something fantastical. So that in the posthumously, my kids will know above all that I was the king in their life, that I was the one who cared more genuinely, more selflessly, and more non-judgmental and open. And I was shut out, and I feel like I was robbed, and I'm very hurt, but I've gotten past that pain, and I have now dedicated my magical powers, so-called, to this article by Michael E. Nielsen, Ph.D., Research in Psychology and Religion. This section explains why psychologists who study religion use scientific research methods and the goals and methods associated with science. This page will help you understand where the information in the other pages comes from. In other words, this is how we psychologists know what we know. Now, in this next section is the critical information that you really have got to pay attention to. And I will highlight it as we go, and I will post this document on the show in the comments in a moment here. Let me do it now so we can all read along. Mad Zack, get on the fucking ball. I will post it now so we can all read along together. This is paramount. Paramount. Copy. Pasting. Hitting enter now. 10-second delay. There it is. Open that document and read along. Page mark this, bookmark it in your computer. Absolutely, Scarlett. Let's make sure we're on the same page, okay? I'm not a God person. I've never been a God person, but I've always been exposed to religion. I do have education time, study time in the biblical textures and stuff. I've read the biblical text. I've studied it. First of all, you cannot offer criticism about anything without a study in it. And that's where a lot of Americans are in the gossip chain, what I call. They get caught up in the gossip chain, fueled by the media. If you notice, all the media articles are based on gossip. Like the bullshit. Meghan Markle sucks. Ideal example. Oh, I'm so pissed. This is paramount. Do you have the document open? Psychologists use scientific research methods in order to understand people's feelings, actions, and thoughts. Period. We do this for several reasons. Okay? There's a list of reasons. So there is an open question that needs to be researched right there. First of all, scientific research, if done well, gives us relatively objective perspective of the object we are studying. Haha, there's more than one object. Although some people use science to buttress their own personal beliefs and biases, the process of doing scientific research includes several checkpoints built in to guard against a person's reaching conclusions that are not warranted. For example, when a scientist seeks to publish, listen to this. For example, when a scientist seeks to publish the results of a research project, the project is reviewed by the editor of a journal and several other experts who check to see that the work meets the standards of the discipline. Okay? A lot of vagary right there. The standards of the discipline. Get on the ball with me. I know you got to be there, Scarlett. They also examine the project to see that people were treated fairly and that any conclusions that are made are reasonable. So there's their buffer, their little softener to say, yeah, we're on it. Everything's okay. Another advantage of scientific research is that it is performed under public scrutiny. Okay, research and development and Nielsen's TB media study. There is no public scrutiny because they don't have any rules or regulations saying they got to say shit to nobody about what they do except the little money mongers and behind the closed doors on the MRC, the people that put the explicit warning label on albums and stuff. You ever wonder why you have a hard time trying to publish something? Mad Zack found the culprit. Yes, I did. That is, the methods of the research as well as the conclusions are published in a fairly complete report. This enables, a fairly complete report. This enables other researchers to examine the methods and check them for biases or errors that may have contaminated the conclusions that were reached. In this sense, science is a very public way of gaining knowledge, which makes it easier for all people to benefit from knowledge gained using scientific methods. Now, stop right there. Let's ask Alexa about the main publisher. Okay, Dutch Publishing Company is responsible ultimately for publishing all scientific data, all medical research, all that stuff. Well, right now they're in hot water. There's a big war, a standoff. There's a standoff. The media's not covering it. I uncovered it in my little Scooby Doo adventure. And the bottom line is they only publish 4% of what is submitted. Smoking hot right there. Let's see if I can pull that document up right now. Let me finish reading the thing though. It also allows for what is called replication. That is when one scientist conducts research and others repeat it to see if they get the same results. Now remember the thing about what I said was is you can't criticize something without having as much of the information as you can or is available. So technically, if you think about it, what we're examining and criticizing and furthering media content with is only 4% of the whole story. In this way, scientists confirm each other's results. For example, if I conduct a study and find out that religion seems to help people cope with stress, other people can try to replicate my results. If they do, then we gain confidence in the idea that religion aids us in coping. If they do not, then we can consider the differences between the various studies. Perhaps we measured religiousness in different ways, or maybe people experience different kinds of stress, or perish the thought, perhaps my research was flawed. Replication of research is a very powerful way that scientists can refine their understanding of something. Now, point, notes. Nielsen Media is the go-through to broadcasters, to channels, to radio stations. Nielsen's Media ultimately is the go-through for all advertisers, all sponsors. Churches advertise, don't they? Something to chew on. There's only one religious organization that I'm aware of. And keep in mind, religion has been manufactured to suit the consumer's tastes. Okay? Universalist Unitarian Church, for instance, that's a non-denominational, accepts all people, LGBTQ and all that. There's a different flavor of religion for every hate group. There is. Yes, there is. This all goes back to Dr. Seuss' Snarbilly Sneetches. Yes. The guy profiting from the argument all the time. Yeah, oh man, Mad Zack has really hit the iceberg here. This ship don't sink. No, it doesn't. I'm going to go down in history for this. Unfortunately, they're going to kill me and probably all my kids. So, Scarlett, you need to understand what exactly we're messing with here. Yeah, I need you to be aware of that. It's very serious. Let me see if I can pull up the document that I had about, actually, it's right here on my MacBook. Funniest thing happened yesterday. Talked about it on the show yesterday. My computer, it just started playing My Name is Mud when I plugged the cord into it and it was closed. Yeah, very odd. Let me pull up a document here. No, not my downloads, my bookmarks. Come on, sweetie pie, work for daddy. Bookmarks. Fair Ratings Act. Was that it? That's not it. Hang on now, just hang on. Now keep in mind, all the technology they're developing is all based on watching us. I know you're on board, Scarlett. Thank you very much for your attention. This has everything to do with you. Yeah, let's look at this here for a second. Nielsen Norman Group. Nielsen Norman Group now. See, the name keeps changing. We are a UX research and consulting firm trusted by leading organizations worldwide to provide reliable guidance on user experience. Yeah. Let's see who's all involved. American Express, American Family Insurance, Best Western, Capital One, eBay, National Geographic, Visa, PwC, International Monetary Fund, Smithsonian, Sony, Rand Corporation. Yeah, they put all the nice guys at the top of the list. Ford's on the committee. Let me see if I can find the Excel here. Here it is. When I pull up Dutch Publishing Group, Dutch Publishing Company. It should pop up. Yeah, this right here. This should take me to the article. It's not taking me to the article. Let's see what the VNU. Here's the company. Here's the Wikipedia for the VNU. Let's read the Wikipedia on the VNU. The VNU owns Nielsen Media Group, okay? The media studies through the TV. Keep in mind, FCC Part 15 rules and regulations that all electronic stuff must accept interference. That means literally, you are literally being watched right now, if they choose to watch you for whatever their scope of focus is. Right now, with my investigation, I'm literally sending beacons off of warning beacons to someone somewhere in the hypothesis here. This is a 1984 thing. It's very real. Let's read this thing. Verenigde Nederlands SC Uitgever VNU literally means United Dutch Publishers, founded in 1964. Okay, was a Dutch publishing company with products including European consumer magazines, Dutch regional newspapers, business publications in the European and North American markets, and educational publications. In 1997, VNU acquired the directory publishing business of ITT Sheraton, ITT World Directories, for $2.1 billion. The business was renamed VNU World Directories. Keep in mind all those strange calls, people calling you for your car warranties and the back braces and the student loans and all that stuff is all relative. Okay, it's all relative. In 2009, VNU acquired Miller Freeman Incorporated from United News and Media for a reported price of $650 million. VNU merged much of the purchased Miller Freeman assets into VNU Expositions. VNU subsequently divested themselves of a few former Miller Freeman assets. VNU announced a heavy reconstructing of its technology news portal, VNU Net, in February 2001. 10 employees were laid off thanks to the plan. The company disposed of its entire magazine publishing arm later in 2001 to Sonoma for 1.25 million euros and sold its newspaper properties to Wegener, Wegener, focusing instead on market research and data collection. It acquired AC Nielsen in 2001, recombining the two halves of the former Nielsen business and added other research and data collection units, including Bases, Claritas, HCI, and Spectra. In 2006, the company was acquired by a consortium of 6 investors at 28.75 euros per share, a sum of 7.5 billion euro. In the same year, the group hired David L. Calhoun, formerly of General Electric, as CEO. General Electric's a household name, isn't it? Yeah, all those household names, those are all the demons you let in the door of your house. Yeah, the ones they've been warning you about. Yes, they've all been in your face the whole time. So in 2004, VNU World Directories was sold again to Apex Partners in Cenevin. VNU sold its business publications division in 2006 for 320 million euros, 210 million francs, to Venture Capital Group. Venture Capital Group, 3 lowercase I is the name of the group. It's highlighted for a tag. Which then sold the UK division, VNU Business Publications Ltd., to Incisive Media. The company was renamed the Nielsen Company in 2007. Now, if you go back to 2005, the Fair Ratings Act, you read the Fair Ratings Act and you read the dialogue in there that says everything. Yes, it does. Let me see if I can pull up Elsevier. Oh, E-X-E. Elsevier Publishing. Here we go. Elsevier Publishing, an information analytics business. Elsevier is a global information analytics business that helps institutions and professionals progress science, advance healthcare, and improve performance. Okay? Elsevier is a Netherlands-based publishing company specializing in scientific, technical, and medical content. It is part of the RELX group, known until 2015 as Reed Elsevier. Amsterdam, founded in 1880. Okay? This is a very important. They're the ones in hot water right now. Oh, and they're in Columbus too. So I've got to keep my eye open here about them. Let me see, Elsevier News. See if I can find the article. I've got to read the article. See, they're responsible for releasing all the medical data. September 24th, 2015. Let's see what this press release is. Yeah, it's a press release. That means it's going to be for them. But let's look into it because it's relative. Cookie policy. See, the cookies tie into this monitoring and all that. Highlights from the journal Chest, October 2021. Research and journals. Oh, this is rich right here. It ties in with my claims about national mental health alert, national mental health crisis induced by the media and the television, the subliminal programming and all the mind games I've been playing. Okay? Elsevier announces free special issue to support World Mental Health Day 2021. That's rich. See, this is their page. It's only going to have their stuff on it. What I've got to do is I've got to go back one. Yeah, I've given you guys enough. Let's play the guitar. Yeah. I think I've said enough, really. Anybody that hasn't caught on already is a victim. You have to keep remembering these people around you are all victims. They're the zombies in the zombie apocalypse scenario. Okay, that's the reality of it. You have to keep things in perspective. Everybody around you, they don't seem like there's anything wrong with them, but there is. Okay, everybody's been turned out, is what they call it, in the joint. When they turn somebody into the sissy, they turn them out. Or when they turn them onto crack or heroin, they turn them out. Okay? Get hip. I'm here to guide you. That's why I'm the captain. Until I find someone to be my captain and get on their ship, this is my ship, and everybody's in my within my reach, subjecting themselves to me. They all have my support and my whatever I have to offer. Yes, I have very little monetarily, materialistically, but I have a wealth of offerings and gifts to give people. A wealth of them. Let's play with Rosie. All right, let's put on our rock and roll gear. Oh, Mad Zack. Oh, it's a Mr. Rogers moment. Hats off to Fred Rogers. Great man, tried to warn us about the video games. Some are good, but the overall intention is very bad, very bad. Yes, got my own fire department. Yes. And my own buffalo. Yeah, my own herd of buffalo, I do. Let's play with the guitar. I'm going to use one of my crew member Tim Mitchell's pick, see if I like it. Let's tune the guitar first. Where's my guitar tuner? I had it yesterday. Here it is. I just pick it up and I play it. Yes, I've been practicing it live in front of your face. I've been becoming a big, beautiful black girl. That's right. And some lucky bastard's gonna come and crack open his oyster. That's right. Just like this coal I got in my hand, it's trembling with the adrenaline flowing through my veins. I'm gonna squeeze it with relentless pressure and I'm gonna get my diamond. That's right. Piddly 140 pounds of nitroglycerin, a large yet comfortable C4 butt plug. Yes, and a prostate massager G-spot finder made in China with a short in it. When that thing arcs, Scarlett, you better have 2 gunny sacks made special with that hemp fiber from our marijuana garden. Rush to the bottom of that hole when the dust clears with your mask on, of course, and gather up all them uncut gems. And I'm handing you my crown. And you'll take over and rule the world with your love and generosity and intelligence. Yeah, everybody else can kiss my ass. Yeah, peace, love, and who cares? I'm out here daring to separate myself from all the sheep in the crowd. Yes, and let them know what's really for dinner. Come and see me. You will find something special.